Hello, I am Jason Crow, and this is my understanding on media and society. The platforms that I use for any source of media, any content would be anything from TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook. I even just watch TV and see what happens. Get the information there. Use all sorts of content, all sorts of entertainment to get my videos or to get my news sources like that. For example, here's my Instagram, just Facebook or ESPN, news sources, videos, content, anything like that. That's how I get my information, and that's how I get like advice and stuff like that. How much time do I use? I use the internet, content, watch content, listen to content about pretty much from the time I wake up to the time I fall asleep. I know it's not good, but I do it, I guess, just to see how the world's doing, all the like stuff that's happening, stuff to get away from or the stuff like the problems of the world. I just use it all the time, literally, for anything and everything, and how I used to communicate to my friends, family, and my relationship. Who owns media? I think, but a lot of rich people do it. Like obviously, like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, all them top people get it to display their content, tell what's going on in the world, and to get their money. The roles on the algorithm. There's lots and lots of roles on like algorithms, and you can sway what videos you want to see, and you can sway what videos you don't want to see. Like, for example, my Instagram like main page is just relationship content or cars content, or stuff that are like generally like funny. And then I have like a separate Instagram page where I want to look at like separate videos, and it's just like that one's mainly like people like exploring and people like drifting cars around like mountains and stuff like that. So the content that I see is separate on like the different accounts, but I know like what I want to see, and like basically how I feel about that. If how I feel goes into that. What you watch and what you listen to and what you read and listen, the responsibility you have. You can either be one of those people and comment, post, and basically talk about all you feel and have everyone like judge you and stuff like that, or you can sit back and listen, react, and take it all in. How does media shape us? Media shapes us in many ways. We can either be some weird dude online, like talking about like other women and like how this is bad, and like, or like how they like this and this and stuff like that. Or we could be those type and like want to like do stuff for our future and like want to invest. And I think the stuff that we search up on media like gets into our brain, and we want to get that motivation and do the stuff that we want, or do the stuff that we're interested in. And media like gives us that, like either the boost or it gives us like a distraction. It depends on our mindset. I think the media is a great way to have conversation with people, especially if you don't know them. The type of videos you watch, either they can be, or you can be like, hey, have you seen this video? And then tell it to them. Or you can be like give out like the audio from the video, and then if they've seen it, obviously they'll like react and laugh to it, or they can judge you. And that can give you a good conversation starter. But I think media controls a lot of like what we say and how we react and what we do. Because like the main one that happened last year was the whole like 6-7 video, and how literally everyone got into it and reacted to it and like did their own things to it. I think that the media also takes the social like things that are going on in the world and political things that are going on in the world, because they can promote or expand what's happening in the world. And so people that like are completely from across the whole like US can see what's happening, and vice versa. The primary source that I get information from would either be Instagram or YouTube, because I use those majority of the day, because that's stuff that I'm more interested in and stuff that I can relate to with other people. The biggest challenge that I see it with it is people using AI on their videos and making as what they called AI slop, and just downright like bad videos that are posted, and or like false news or things like that. I feel like people take that and they judge it, and it's not supposed to be judged, but people don't know that, and yeah, it just becomes a big thing. I would say limit the stuff that you can do and not make it as open for everyone, because there's a lot of things that shouldn't be on the internet or people shouldn't do on the internet. For example, the new Grok feature, that shouldn't be a thing, and people have weird minds and people think it's cool, and I don't think that that should be a thing. And the future of media, I feel like the future the media is probably going to go and get bigger and bigger and bigger, no matter how much we hate it, because it's the media and that's how people consume content literally every day. We're going to find some way for it to all somehow combine it all together, and there's going to be something that's going to everyone's going to enjoy, or everyone's going to have that like spark and all gather together. But in the meantime, everyone's separate and people have their own opinions, and that's what creates a lot of controversy in the world. That is my media takes. Thank you.